You know, spend a little bit of time doing meditation, spend a little bit of time putting the place in within. It's super important that we put our mind in a place where we reflect, where we have the ability to overcome. And one of the things that we often forget is to take that time out to sit down and to put that kind of mentality into place. You know, when you give yourself just a few minutes, like I did this morning, to do some meditation, it prepares your day in advance. Another thing that helps is when you cook. A lot of times the things that we do that are simple are the things that open us up the most to what we're made of. They give us the ability to believe in ourselves and to believe in our dreams and to believe in our goals. So spending a couple minutes speaking your mind every single day, speaking into existence what you want to achieve, what you want to overcome, gives you the space to truly start to get there, gives you the space to truly start to manifest in your life what you want to achieve, what you want to become. And recognizing that you're important, recognizing that the challenges that you go through, the things that you go through on a daily basis truly brings you closer towards yourself is a blessing. What kind of challenges are we going through on a daily basis? What types of things are we asking ourselves? How are we growing? Not just what we're doing, but how are we allowing that to become a part of our daily path? Are we looking at what it takes to go within? Are we looking at what it takes to truly be ourselves? When we use that kind of internal growth, internal mentality to believe in ourselves, to believe in our being and our purpose, then the challenges that we go through on a daily basis become a little bit easier. The ability to sit down and to use, what we have inside as a catalyst to our daily life, to truly look at how to overcome challenges within ourselves. The most amazing challenge that we face off against is ourselves. It's the ability to sit inside and to start to manifest from within who we are, to start to care for oneself and care for one's goals and one's mentality. See, when you start to put the time in, you start to put the effort in to caring for yourself, ultimately what comes out is investment, the ability to invest in you, the ability to find a way to overcome challenges that you might have thought before were impossible. And the ability to break those kind of barriers and to find that inside of ourselves, that's what truly drives one. When you overcome things by believing in you, when you start to become the solution to your challenges, when you start to grow to the point where you will do the things that bring you up. It's amazing what it can take to grow when you are allowing yourself that kind of permission, when you allow yourself that kind of space to where no matter what you face off against, you will overcome it. As I sit here and I'm looking at it, and I'm looking at the ability to sit down and to cook, got these beautiful egg and cheese. Let me see if I can get this turned around for you guys. But But that wasn't who I was a year ago. That wasn't the person that I was inside. I wasn't cooking myself breakfast. I wasn't spending the time inside to put in the supplements, to put in the ability within. But when we start to go inwards, when we start to ask ourselves how to overcome challenge, when we truly start to use our gifts, our talents, and our abilities, then amazing things happen. But you have to be willing to grow. You have to be willing to sit down inside and ask yourself what you truly want. See, getting up in the morning, cooking yourself some breakfast, the point behind it isn't necessarily the food. It's the ability to have ability within yourself to continue when others would quit, right? How many times do we give up those abilities? One of those things that I think the most about when I think about is when we disable our ability to wash our own clothes. When you're wearing the stuff that you have on, when you're washing it by hand, when you're putting in the effort, the time, you will feel a different feeling. You will feel a different thing happen within yourself. But the truth is, what you're ultimately doing is growing. You're ultimately organizing yourself. You're becoming who you want to be inside. And it's in that place where those challenges bring growth that you will find your answers. It is inside of that place, inside of yourself, where you will do those types of things that uplift you. And so as I sit here in the morning asking that question, is what I'm doing today, is it motivation? Is it meditation? Is it inspiration? I'm often reminded that no matter the challenges we face off against, we can overcome those challenges if we look within. If we become the solution to those challenges, if we find ways to grow, if we find ways to start to put the time in and the effort. And sometimes we get off track. That's what meditation this morning reminded me of, is how we sometimes throw our own goals out of place. We throw our own goals to the side. We sometimes give up on the things that we dream the most of. And that's why it's important to write and to read and to put some time in and effort into skills to strengthen yourself, to strengthen your relationship with your internal dialogue. And so when we accept that we can overcome things by being who we are within, the growth comes. A lot of times we rely on others until we gain the strength for ourselves. It took me a long time to understand the quote by David Goggins, which was, sometimes we have to borrow strength. And that's absolutely true. That at a certain point you have to lift for yourself. You have to start taking care of yourself, start putting in the effort, the time, and the ability, the mentality to believe in you. A lot of people, they find themselves in relying on others, but what already exists inside of you is something amazing. What exists inside of you is something of knowledge, of focus, of discipline. And as I sit here and I eat the breakfast that I cooked, that I give thanks to the Most High, that I put in the time, the effort to recognize this part of this journey, I want to inspire you to grow. I want to inspire you to start to become disciplined. As I sat there and I did my meditation, I took it back to the basics. And I sat down and started reminding that where simplicity is, guys. Where simplicity is the ability to grow. It's the ability to recognize that you have what it takes within yourself to overcome your challenges and to be who you are within. I do hope that you all have a blessed day. As always, if it isn't motivation, if it isn't meditation, if it isn't inspiration, have a blessings, blessings, blessings. I don't want it. And namaste.